Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the things that science can check? What about those that simply cannot be explained? Where do they come? As for medicine, we know that the human being is made of cells. We know each of its chemical formulas and can be explained with no problem each for process. But what about the sense that we each have? What is the chemical formula or scientific explain of the soul? What relationship do emotions with the functioning of body? Its systems incorrect for a science asks itself such things, but anyway, done for nothing is side and great science is one who knows everything and is able to check it, who is always hastening everything and searches their own answers. Scientific emotions are more product or brain signals more than what? What is right? Say broke my heart or broke my brain?
Every moment we experience some kind of emotion feeling. Our emotional state varies throughout the day depending on that happens to us and we perceive. The complexity with which we can express our emotion makes us think that emotion is a multifactorial, multidimensional process. You always have the impression that lacks work or accurately describe their emotion, but beneath this complexity there is a common factor to all emotion. Each emotion expresses a quantity or magnitude in a positive, negative scale. So, we experience positive or negative emotion in varying degrees and varying intensity. We can experience some or gradual change in emotional intensity either through the positive or through the negative.
What happens in our bodies when we fall in love? What is love at physiological level? When we fall in love, we experience a series of pleasure sensations. It's correct to say that the love fell in the heart, because the heart beats faster but is perceived in the brain. Like all feelings according to science, Alfonso Escobar, researcher at the Institute of Biomedical Research, UNAM, describe why you feel the body of a lover. It all starts in the brain and generates a series of visceral, behavioral, and cognitive responses, he says. When one creates an affected state by a person, be loving, friendly, or hatred, and anger are generated in the body a series of visceral changes, which consist of the acceleration of the heart, which beats faster than normal, which are 72 beats per minute, increased blood pressure and blood pulse, he says. It explains there is an inhibition of intestinal movements and movements of the urinary bladder. These changes are important for a person perceives something as pleasant or unpleasant. The butterflies in the stomach are simply gastric secretion. The smile is one of the behavioral changes that are disclosed to love, another facial contraction, and begin to memorize and learn from the other person is one of the cognitive changes that occur in the loving person.
Scientifically speaking, why do we fall in love? From the biochemical point of view, infatuation begins in the cerebral cortex. Infatuation is triggered when we use knowledge of suspicion that there is or may be reciprocity. The main features on infatuation are symptomatic. Therefore, several social scientists have built a number of theoretical models that describe and explain the infatuation. For Alice, the first stage love is a chemical reaction. A substance of our brain called phenylethylamine. This substance secretes dopamine forces whose effects are similar to amphetamines that produce the natural state of euphoria when we are with our partner. Then, the infatuation is a psychological process that triggers biochemical reactions in the cerebral cortex neurons that after pass to the endocrine system. The real infatuation is produced by an organic molecule, FIE, phenylethylamine. That happens when we are in love, but when break us the heart, most people think that no one dies of love, but scientific research proves that really this is possible. The phrase "has broken my heart" is not as poetic as it seems. A break can put us on the verge of heart attack. The transient apical dysfunction syndrome or stress cardiomyopathy, Takotsubo, that was first described in the 90s in Japan. This syndrome causes sudden release of large doses of catecholamines, similar substance to the adrenaline, that at very high doses have a toxic effect on the heart.